Welcome to North Georgia Now today. We have a brand new look. We're in black and gold because black and gold is kind of what I wear when I'm celebrating. We're celebrating the beginning of a new time frame next week. We're going to be up against, do you know we're going to be up against Regis and Kelly?
No, I did not.
Today, I had to bring on the big guns. I had to bring on the boss. I had to bring on the guy who is in charge of everything here at ETC. Danny Hensley will be sitting beside me today, poking me, prodding me, telling me what to say, what to do. Usually he's in my ear saying, come on, go to a break, go to a commercial, yada, yada, yada. Today, you're going to get to see him front and center. This is something we thought we'd never see. He's a very behind-the-scenes, get-her-done kind of person.
I am behind the scenes.
You are. Now,
yes.
I brought you in here because Angela has a really, really bad tummy virus. And Brackett was on his way to Hartwell, Georgia. And I said, okay, well, Joe Kelly McCutcheon had a really, really bad cold, and he's on antibiotics. And Danny doesn't know this, but he wasn't my first choice. But he is now today. I think this is perfect because we are celebrating the beginning of next week. We will be from 9 to 10 a.m. Please don't panic on me, y'all. I got so many emails and panic like, oh, y'all aren't going out there. You're not doing this. Danny, we're not going anywhere, are we?
We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. We will be here, but we will be 9 to 10 a.m. Our strongest viewing audience was 9 to 10 a.m. We could have gone 8:30 to 9:30, and it would have left a little lapse in there before Rich Scott comes on. We don't want you to leave us. We want you to tune in, stay with us, and spend the day with ETC. So it was important to keep Rich and I back to back. We've been talking about this for weeks. Many businesses are struggling. You see this penny? It's here to remind me that times are hard. Times are hard. A lot of companies, a lot of families, a lot of people have had to do cutbacks. We are going to be here. We're not going anywhere. Y'all don't flip out on me and don't think that all of a sudden it's going to change. Now, it may change and become the Freddie Brackett show because we're getting so many emails about him. Y'all love him. Danny, what is going on with that?
I have no idea.
I took this bashful man and brought him out of this, and now he's just Mr. Personality. And everywhere we go, people are like, we like when Freddie's on. I said, shut up, you know. So it has been such a great 4 years. We are going to continue this, just a little different time slot, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So guys, don't panic on me. A little bit worried about the folks who eat breakfast with us because we're going to get their system off track. Y'all will have to eat breakfast a tiny bit later, or you can do a couple of loads of laundry, you can mop the bathroom floor real quick, and then you can run sit down in your seat.
Right, because we'll be here.
We'll be here. We'll be here, and that's one of the things we didn't want y'all to get nervous on us. And last night I was getting these emails in panic mode, and I'm like, guys, we're not going anywhere. Now, let me show you. This is one of my favorite places to shop, the Dollar General. Okay. This is how I have made it through. Everybody else has sick days. You see this? I've been sicker than a dog lately. But y'all, I've just been at work. Danny, I don't miss work.
Not yet.
I have never missed a day's work. I'm taking one a day, and this is for, I love this, women over 50. Crap. I'm over 50. I can't help it. And today, Angela needed a little of this. I have not missed any work because North Georgia Now today is probably, my kids are going to hate this. It's probably as important to me as my kids are.
Oh no, that's not good.
No, it's not, but I feel a commitment, and I am committed to our viewers, and I didn't want to make them nervous. And when we did this time change, some folks did get nervous. Y'all don't get nervous. We're going to be here. We're going to be fine. And we want to zoom in on something that a viewer brought me yesterday. I haven't had roses. I haven't had a dozen roses in so long, I don't remember what they even smell like. But we want to get a shot of the roses that the Pittmans brought me up to the Yellow Jacket last night. I did something I never do. I left the office early and I snuck out and I went to the Yellow Jacket for dinner. And it was just a nice, quiet evening, and they said, we have a surprise for you. And they presented me with these roses. Thank you so much to the Pittman family. They are the parents of Bill Pittman, who was my guest co-host last Tuesday. A lot of positive feedback from that. Bill is an amazing story. He is an amazing man. He is an amazing success, and his family being behind him had a lot to do with it. When I started doing this, I did jump into it 900% of me was into North Georgia Now today. And I kind of let some other things slide, and now I've had to adjust and balance. I'm doing 50% and 50%. I had to get back into the trucking. And that was something that I could see me failing with because I was so wrapped up in this. This is an hour and a half every morning. It's going to change to an hour. Not going to be, y'all won't notice anything except I might have to talk faster, reckon?
That's right. Maybe more rested up. You get an extra 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know what I'm going to do that 30 minutes. I have applied for a greeter at Walmart because I'm a little nervous about having time on my hands. But we will be up against 9 to 10 o'clock. You know, you have a choice. You can choose local television. We are about this community. We are about what you are doing. You know, one of the biggest things we do here that is so successful, we do sports.
Yes,
we
we
do
do.
the Heart Fund. We do things that bring the community to light. We have guests next week about a music fest up at Panorama Farm Market. And this is going to be raising money for, I believe I saw that on here, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We are about this community. That's the difference in us and what else you can choose at 9 o'clock. You're going to see your neighbors. You're going to hear about your friends. You're going to see music and musical icons from the 60s because I've been out interviewing them everywhere. And today we're going to share a Billy Joe Royal interview with you. Freddie Brackett has learned to handle this camera, and we just go and we bring you what's happening in North Georgia. And that's the difference. When you choose us, you are choosing local.
that's right.
You're choosing local, and you are choosing, like today, I doubt if that other show between 9 and 10 is going to say condolences to the Doss family at the loss of Harry's dad. He passed away. He was a hoot. Now, this man he lived life to the fullest, and we want to send out our condolences to Harry and Lynn Doss and to Paul Neely. His mom passed away. You know, the big market, they don't care if your mama passed away. They don't care if you had a bad car wreck and you're going to be doing a fundraiser. They don't care because they're all about the big picture. We're all about this little market that we serve from Ball Ground to Turtletown.
It's all about local people, local events.
It is.
Everything.
It is. And it is truly neighbors serving neighbors. And when we went to change this, the format's not going to change. The time slot's going to change. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And in the winter, when things change and the economy comes back full-fledged, and if y'all are really wanting us back at 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, we'll, whatever we need to do, we will make this work. We're not going anywhere. We're not leaving you. We have guests scheduled through May. We are going to be your television station. And that's what it's all about. It's about you. It's about us sharing your stories. If your kids have done something exceptional, we want to know about it. Last night I got a message that Missy Hooper from the Kaylors is going to be celebrating her birthday. Now, she is such a sweetheart. We have had them here on the show locally. Today we're going to feature local talent. We've got some music queued up, Barry Scott's family. We have got the Joy Masters from Canton, Georgia. We have got the Barker brothers who wrote the theme song for Heart of the Home. Heart of the Home began here as a 4-minute segment. And Lori Tipton sent me a message last night, and she said, I miss working with you. Boy, do I miss working with her. We had a blast, but it started as local television. Yes. And it grew into what it became, and like the Barker brothers being local talent, I just gave them an idea about a song, and they wrote the theme song to Heart of the Home. It is now heard all over the world. And it's one of those things, we do feature local talent. Do you remember the first time you ever saw Jonathan and Jeremy Barker?
Yes, I do.
Tiny.
They were little. We still got tapes that are in there. We were looking the other day.
We do. And these kids are now like second, third year college, but they started right here. And today we want to feature some of the local talent. We want to feature some of the people who might not have ever been on television. Angel Spirit is a perfect example. And we have to ask you to please, please pray for Jack Green. Diane, everybody knows she sings my favorite song on this DVD. It is called We'll Have a Good Time. Diane has been at the hospital with Jack for several days now. He is had a massive heart attack, I believe, was what finally happened, and they're looking at doing surgery, and they're just not sure what route to go yet. But please pray for them. We're going to feature Angel Spirit today. These are local talents who could have been on national television, but we offered them the opportunity to be here, and from that they grew. Their fame really spread because now people everywhere want to hear Angel Spirit. And it started because of local television. There aren't many markets in this area that compete with us on a local level.
Right.
I think we have the monopoly, and that is the thing we want to control. We want to be your local station.
Right. There's no other TV or cable company or telephone company that does what we do.
No.
So.
And it is all about neighbors serving neighbors. That's been the slogan for a long, long time, and it's very important that we keep that. And, with cutbacks, we all had to sit back and say, okay, we are not going anywhere. What can we do to make this better?
Right.
And that's what we've done.
Right. I mean, everybody's had cutbacks. We've had cutbacks, but everybody's stepped it up. We have less people here, but the people we have, we do more.
Right.
That's part of what you're doing. You're doing more with less, and so
Right.
that's what it's all about.
Everybody is, and that was our choice. We made a decision to stay and to do what we love. We don't just come in here and do this to get that big green paycheck. It is because we love what we do. I think
do.
every single person in this building has a passion for their job.
Right. Everybody loves their job. I do. I love my job. So,
Now, you started out, how many years have you been here?
22 years.
Okay, what did you start out as, Danny?
I started out on the cable TV side, doing construction,
Okay.
and then worked my way up from there.
So you began when this was truly a baby.
Yes.
It was a baby.
It was.
Now, who has been here as long as you? Has Phil been in audio a while?
When we started the studio 10 years ago, I think in 2001, Gerald Young was here then, Phil was here, and that was pretty much it. So
And we brought on Hannah Baker Towns, who's been here now how many years?
Hannah's been here maybe 11 years, something like that.
Right. 9
So,
years.
nine.
9 years.
Okay, that
So,
was close.
Yeah, so there are people who, this is family.
It is.
This is family. And it's important. When we have a family issue here at ETC, whether it be a birth, a death, an accident, everybody kind of jumps in together and helps. And
That's
it's
right,
very
they do.
obvious everywhere you go. ETC is a big part of family. And I've got to say, I've learned if you ride around with ETC on your vehicle, you can't make obscene gestures. You can't scream at people and pull out in front of you. And I got the coolest email yesterday on Facebook. Somebody said, I don't know who was driving that black ETC Tahoe, but man, they're great drivers because they avoided this awful wreck. And it was a terrible disaster right there in downtown Jasper. The guy ended up going on the sidewalk. But my son was driving that vehicle, and I said, I think it taught him a lesson. If you're driving
Wow.
Mama's vehicle and it says ETC, you better be good.
Be careful.
You better be good. But we are about this community. Tomorrow we're going to be up in Ducktown for a short time. We've got a lot of things going on tomorrow. We have the auction in Jasper that starts in the morning. We'll be there. Then we got to make a little visit to Ducktown. Ducktown is one of our north markets. It is an area that could have been forgotten had it not been for local television.
Right.
And tomorrow there will be a big event up there raising money for multiple sclerosis. You know the story. My grandfather had it. He died at a very young age after a terribly debilitating disease. They're going to do music, food, fun all day long in Ducktown, Tennessee tomorrow to raise money and raise awareness to multiple sclerosis. If we didn't do this local show, how else could they get the word out?
They couldn't.
They couldn't.
So.
And last week they had a rain date because it poured down rain. So on Friday, the assistant mayor called me as I walked into the studio, and he said, can you change our date? Well, immediately we came out here and we changed the date. We told you that there's a rain date.
Right.
And I think that's the other issue. We are immediate. If we get a phone call in the studio right now, we're going to tell you what's going on.
Right.
Either if there's a power outage, if there are water problems, we've done that. We've come on the air and said, boil your water because there was a problem. Many times now we are live, and live means occasionally you get a blooper. Yesterday, somebody was on audio, and my mic kept being left open. There ain't no telling what y'all heard me say yesterday. So I have learned to shh until I know my mic's off.
We'll not say who was doing audio yesterday.
We'll not say who was doing audio yesterday. But we are still a work in progress, and we're still learning. Live television is, there are no teleprompters. I don't do anything like that. It's fly by the seat of your pants, and we get her done. It means no editing, so it means that there are no corrections. I wish we had something to correct these lines around my eyes, but there ain't no way to do that, guys. And I think that's what makes us work. If it flies apart, y'all know it. You know it the minute it happens. We have no delayed reaction. And once upon a time, we had a call in, and this is how live TV is. And this person wanted me to get a new hairdo. And she was very defiant about my hairdo. And then we said, maybe we shouldn't put live calls together, but it made it for an interesting day. So live television, we are truly live. There's no delay. There's no fixing anything. And Angela said this morning about 6:30, she said, I can come, but I'm afraid I'll be running to the bathroom. And I'm thinking, holy cow, girl, this is live TV. You can't sit here and have to run. You know, you can't do it. So live television, many days I come in here and I've had this hacking, coughing, terrible stuff from all my allergies. If the rain will keep on, it seems like it's getting a little bit better.
It is.
The air is clearing out a little bit. But I didn't miss work because I was hacking and coughing. I just came to work. You know, it is what it is. And I think that's what makes our job fun. We never know what we're going to be doing. We've walked in here, and the rain's so loud on this roof.
You can't hear.
We couldn't hear each other sitting beside each other. And we're thinking, are we going out over the airwaves? Can they hear anything besides the rain? You know, we work through all kinds of weird situations. Sometimes it will hail and you'll hear that and you're like, oh, Lordy me. Other times, you know, we had a couple of power outages and we dealt with that. Right. You know, it's live TV. So we do what we were designed to do, entertain you, inform you, and sometimes make you laugh. Now, I told Danny a while ago, I said, you know, when Freddie first came on, he was quiet.
Yes.
Very quiet, very reserved, and now he's kind of poking me and getting me, and before long, it'll be the Freddie show, and I'll just be his co-host, I swear. Y'all love him, and I knew that you would. His personality, he worked in mental health 17 years, and he knows how to reach people, and I think that's how, when I chose my co-host, I chose people that I knew would be comfortable talking to folks and could make a difference in a life. And I've had so many people who told me he was the best counselor I ever had, he was the best advisor I ever had, because he will listen, and I think that's important.
He does. And what you see is what you get with Freddie. I mean, he's the same here as he is off camera.
So. Oh, yeah, yeah. And he is, sometimes he is hysterical. Today he got me with an April Fool joke. And it was funny because I don't like mice or rats or anything like that, and that's all I'm going to tell you about the joke he got me when he came in and opened my garage door, and there, you know, and I'm like, no, there's no rat in here because I would die. But he is a lot of fun, and I think that's what we have to keep it. There were times when Angela was going through cancer, it was tough, and we tried to keep it light, even though we're dealing with that. I remember the moment we found out about it was on this set because she would not give me the results of her test. She got them on Wednesday. And on Friday morning, she was sitting here live. And I said, Ange, what did the test say? Thinking it must have been good, or she would have told me it was bad. It was bad. But y'all came together. We did a benefit for her. You helped. You brought food. You bought T-shirts. Y'all did so many things for my child, and I appreciate it so much. And that's what this community is about.
It is.
I found out my child had cancer the same moment you found out because she couldn't tell me. She couldn't tell me. She said, Mama, I just couldn't say that word.
Right.
Well, we have now seen her through that. And it was with y'all. I mean, you helped her. Your messages, your cards, your letters. And we've asked you now to do the same thing for Hans Rufert. I talked to him last night. I actually got to talk to him. He's very raspy and he can't talk very, you know, it's not good right now. But he is going to be doing great.
He will. Hans is stubborn. He's strong, willed, you know, that as well as I do. So, but I mean, just to make it as far as he has says a lot about Hans and the type of person he is.
Well, I told him to send the doctors a bill for all the things he's taught them. Because he has taught them. These people have learned. He has truly been an experiment. But he was also an experiment here at ETC.
He was, yes.
Was it a 15-minute promo you did at first when you started doing North Georgia?
I think it was. When we first started, I think it was 15 minutes, well, I know it was, and then we replayed it. We turned around back to back, and he was the one that started our news for us.
Right. And every time I sit down in this seat, I think I'm filling some pretty big shoes because he is one of those guys, he could do it all. He could do it all.
Yeah, he would get up, he could do the news, he could be here and be the anchor of the news, he would turn around and then edit it, and he'd put it on the player, and then we'd schedule it and he'd play. I mean, he would do it all, like you said. So.
He did, and that's something. I'm not technical. If they came in one day and said, we need you to edit something, I'd just have to laugh because I couldn't do it, and I think that's what makes us cool. We're not edited, so it also saves us a little money because
lot
there's
of
not,
money, yes.
and we
Sure
know
does.
that. And so that's why we have chosen to keep our live television live television. It is what it is. You get what you get. Today we're going to show you some bloopers from up in Fannin County. This was when we were shooting Heart of the Home, and I called Hans a girl. Cannot believe I did this, but I did, because he is certainly not a girl. And we want to say today, please continue to pray for our friend. Now, I've got a couple of birthdays I want to mention, and then we're going to go to pay the bills. Missy Hooper from the Kaler family is celebrating a birthday, and our friend Al Gainey from over in Gainesville, Georgia is celebrating. And if you love Greater Vision, you folks sitting out there, you know who Gerald Wolfe is. He is an amazing singer who has been around the circuit for a long, long time. Go on his Facebook page and tell him happy birthday, because it is Gerald's. He was actually at Antioch Baptist Church last weekend. So we're going to talk local talent today. We're going to share some local talent with you. And we're going to show you some of the people that we brought front and center right here on ETC3. We'll be back in just a minute. We're back. Okay, it is not April Fool's Day. The boss is sitting out here as a co-host. Now, this is funny because it is April Fool, and I was going to just say, Danny, I'm sorry, but my stomach's upset. I've got to go to the restroom and leave him sitting here. I just couldn't do it, guys. I just could not do that to this nice man. Number one, I don't want his wife to be a widow young, so I could just see you falling over. So
We'd still be on break if that were to happen.
would it? Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine, although I can't breathe today. And Brackett keeps saying, go to the doctor, go to the doctor. And I said, they would put me back on steroids. And I'm trying so hard to avoid that. So I'm just fighting it. But I'm going to be fine, just can't breathe. Okay, happy birthday to Marlon Cole, called in by your Aunt Loretta, 36 years old. Happy birthday to you. And to Barbara Ledford, happy birthday on April the 2nd. And to Frances Harris, today, April Fool's Day. Happy birthday to you. And to, is it Lanny Holcomb, 39, from your sister-in-law. Happy birthday to you. And a very, very special birthday to our friend Leslie Miller. She is a big part of the Lions Club down in Jasper. She and Mark work tireless hours to handle. They were very involved in the project for Philistocking, and they did so much work. She is celebrating the big 50. That means she's half of 100, and her grandmother lived to be 100. So there you go. This is called in by her dad, Charles Chapman. Y'all all know and love the Chapman family, who had Chapman Funeral Home in Jasper for years and years. They were our funeral home of choice for a long time. And when my grandfather, John Trammell, passed away, we had the largest family in Dawson, Pickens, and Cherokee County. Since then, so many of them are gone. And you think about that. We had this huge family, and we are dwindling down to nothing. Right. Times change, and with the times, you have to adjust. Now, Roper Funeral Home is where Chapman used to be. Roper is a big part of us. They have been our sponsor for how long, Danny?
Wow, years.
I can't remember when they weren't. I mean, I can't remember when they weren't. So I want to say thank you to Kevin and to his crew. And you know, it is all about trust. They trust us to do a good job. We trust them to be here to supply and help our needs. And that's what this is all about. We are trying to supply your needs, whether it be get the word out about an event happening, an illness, to ask for prayer. One of the first things I did here that I think set the tone, the first day I asked for prayer, I was nervous about it. And I said, gosh, I hope we don't get any complaints. And we got exactly the opposite, because everybody in this community does pray for each other.
Yes.
And it worked. It worked very well. Now, one of the other things we've done this year to bring back something that the audience loved is songs of praise.
Yes.
Love the church choirs. Love that. Now, I love County Line Baptist Church down in Jasper. They have got one awesome choir and a really good piano player. There are so many of these churches who are now on television weekly that wouldn't have been if they were in Atlanta.
Right. And Karen's been actively working on that. And if you know of a church or in a church that wants to come on and sing, just give us a call and we'll line it up.
That's right.
So we'd love to have you.
And it is so, you know, it is so cool to turn it on and hear those familiar songs and see those familiar faces. People that live in your neighborhood. Maybe one of your old school teachers is involved in this. You know, you see people that are familiar to you, and it makes a difference.
It does.
Now, I try to be out in the community, because when I go out and y'all don't say, there's Miss Martin, that's Miss Martin, aren't you Miss Martin? Then I know what we're doing is working. Right. If there's ever a day that I go out and sit down in a restaurant and I get to eat without being bothered, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. we are available to you. I gave out my cell phone number. 900,000 people have my cell phone number. I knew that to make this work, we had to be available. And we are, I mean, he's running here a lot of mornings and said, you know, they've just called from the water department, there's a problem. They've just called from the electric company, and that is what makes it work. We are immediately available to you.
And they all have our cell phone numbers.
Uh-huh.
It's not just, I mean, if you get a business card, it's got our cell phone numbers on it, our office phone and fax and email and everything. So
Right.
we want you to get in touch with us.
Right. Well, one night about 5 to 1, I called him at home. Danny's mic died. Hold on tight. We're going to take a break. We're going to go to, what have we got queued up yet? Angel Spirit. Okay, we're going to go to Angel Spirit right now while we get the boss some new batteries. We'll be back in just a minute. Sit back and enjoy this great local talent.
Experience, and one I hope we get to do again sometime. And thank y'all for all your support. You've been so good to us. Thank you. You ready? Now we're ready.
Listen to a story, how Jesus died for me on an old rugged cross of Calvary. There he suffered, bled, and died. On the cross was crucified, and my Jesus will welcome me home. I've come too far to turn back. Heaven's gate I now can see. Loved ones there await for me beyond the gate. I can hear angels playing on harps of golden strings, and my Jesus will welcome me home. We have traveled many miles in this sinful world below. Many loved ones that we've known have gone on, but we're nearing that home where we never more shall roam, and my Jesus will welcome me home. I've come too far to turn back. Heaven's gate I now can see. Loved ones there await for me beyond the gate. I can hear angels playing on harps of golden strings, and my Jesus will welcome me home. I've come too far to turn back. Heaven's gate I now can see. Loved ones there await for me beyond the gate. I can hear angels playing on harps of golden strings, and my Jesus will welcome me home.
Y'all give Mama a big hand here. We're so proud she could be here with us tonight. It's been a touch and go situation, but I tell you what, y'all, as she goes off stage for a few minutes, I'm going to have a young lady come out that I was just talking about. Leah, come on out and join us. This is Leah Sinyard. She's from right here in Jasper, Georgia. She comes from a family with some incredible talent. Just to give you a little background on her, she has a great aunt that's in her 90s that plays piano and is an incredible musician from what I'm told. She has a sister who is a performer, entertainer that has sang at Dollywood for a number of years, Kaylee, who just got married. And let me think. Who? Oh, Bill Higgins. I mean, you know, he's the co-host of that show. I guess his name's Bill Senior. He sings with that other group, that wonderfully talented group, First Mountain City Quartet, and we're so honored to have a couple of you guys here tonight. So you guys just bear with us through the nerves, and I hope you enjoy her voice as much as I do. She has worked so hard to bail us out in a time of need and has a voice that needs to be heard. So.
This is her third singing with us.
Ever.
Practice.
So y'all enjoy. Okay. I know your life on earth was troubled, and only you could know the pain. You weren't afraid to face the devil. You're no stranger to the rain. So go rest high on that mountain. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered round your grave to grieve. I wish I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. So go rest high on that mountain. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. So go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. See what I mean, guys? She got it.
I don't know if I like this or not. That makes me the oldest one up here now.
Oh, well. This next song is going to feature her just a little bit, and we hope you enjoyed it. It's a good old Southern gospel hymnal out of our book, and it's called Holy Angels.
Just a sinner saved by grace, I'm headed for a better place. best of all will see the King. How we'll shout and how we'll sing when we hear the Master say, "You've made it home." Oh, the angels take me home. I've been waiting for so long to go and rest beside the river's flow. When I step inside the gate, I will see just for a ways. Holy angels, come and take me to my home.
Gosh, I thought it was going to be the Freddie show, and it may end up being the Danny show. Someone called in and asked, who is the handsome co-host, and is he single?
That had to be my wife.
And then we found out it was his wife, and she has her class watching. So she's been on here and brought her class before, and it's very important to teach the younger kids about jobs and marketing yourself and marketing your skills. Now, your child is in basic military training right now.
He is. He's in Fort Knox.
He tried to find a job, and jobs were hard to find.
They are. He actually worked at one of the banks here that went out of business, and so
Right.
he was working part-time for a courier, and he had talked about going into the military before he even went into the banking business, but he didn't, and now is his opportunity, and that's what he's doing.
And
so.
it is a great opportunity.
It is.
It is a great opportunity. Number one, you have a paycheck, you have a great retirement after 20 years,
Yes.
but you're going to be serving our country.
That's right.
Now, can you imagine what basic training has been like for him?
No, I don't want to know.
Can you imagine?
I'm sure it's rough, but he really looked at him, and he's on the internet, and he researched it. He watched
Did
a
he
lot of the
choose Army?
videos. He did. He's in the Army. He's going to be a cavalry scout, I think is the correct term. He's in basic training. When he gets done with basic, he automatically, or right after that, he goes to AIT for, I think, 8 more weeks. So he'll be up there a total of like 16 weeks. So.
Okay.
But he then, wherever he's stationed at, he don't know where he's going
And truly, he will be at retirement age at about 41 years old.
Yeah, he'll be able to retire about the same time I retire.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
says a
So
lot,
who
don't it?
planned
So-
his life? Yeah, it looks like the kid's smarter than
right.
Daddy.
That's true.
Well, we have another birthday, and this is from Cheyenne. Freddie's grandmother is celebrating her birthday today. T. Clark, happy birthday to you. And on April 1st, there we go again. We'll put you in the drawing. Now, we have a cake we give away every Friday, and it is because local businesses participate with us. Now, Danny, can we talk a little bit about our sales force that goes out, does commercials, marketing department? If people have a need for a commercial, you're going to
Yes.
shoot one today.
That's
We have a
right.
great deal on commercials.
We do. Just call. All you have to do is just call the studio, call the office here at 706-276-9877, and tell them what you're wanting to do, commercial advertising, and they'll put you in touch with the right person to do that.
That's right.
And we do have several packages available. I think we've got one for, I don't want to I think it's $3.99, and I think you get 6 months. I'm not sure about that. I'm not a salesperson,
Okay.
so don't hold me to that.
Okay.
But the person that you would talk to would be Jennifer up front, and then she'll put them in touch with who they need to talk to.
Right. And advertising is a big thing.
is.
In a bad economy, if you don't advertise, you really cut your chances of
Yes.
making it.
Yeah, now's the time you want to advertise, to let people know that you're still out there, that you're in business, and you got to get it out there and let them know.
You do. And word of mouth works, but that advertising, we have found so many people who come up here for the weekend, possibly a long weekend, they'll check in one of our cabins or one of our hotels and stay Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and quite often they have local television there.
Yes.
So then they see, oh, well, so-and-so barbecue is on there, and
Right.
so-and-so country cooking is on there, and then they come back and they say, well, we went to this restaurant based on your recommendation, and we loved it. So we know that you're reaping the rewards of doing these.
Oh, we have lots of out-of-town people. What is funny is we had a coach, a wrestling coach from another school, actually. They come up and spend the weekends here. And he found out about our local channel and that we have wrestling on a lot. Because we've got, I think, Sam Snyder, he was on Joe Kelly's show. So he's got 8 championships. And this guy, what he does is he comes over and tapes them, and he takes them back and watches them.
Wow.
And so he learns from that. So that was pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. That is pretty neat. And this is us showcasing local. Now we're going to go to some more local talent. And I'm not sure what y'all have got queued up. What you got ready, guys? I don't know. What? Billy Joe Royal. Okay, this is one of Freddie's first. We went up to Hiawassee to the fair. Now the Georgia Mountain Fair brings in millions and millions of dollars to our local community. Hilda has been a guest here on the show quite often, and it's very important to her that we get the message out on what she's going to have for entertainment. She's going to have Percy Sledge again this year. She has Roy Clark scheduled. She had last weekend Don Williams was in town. We were able to give you some tickets to go to that. She is about promoting Towns County southbound. I mean, it is amazing the people who come here year after year after year to go to the Georgia Mountain Fair. They bring in a ton of money, and whether it be in Gilmer County where they stop and buy their gas on the way up, or they may stop at Cherie Log at Pink Pig and eat.
Yes.
You know, there's so many people because of that fair, and thank goodness it's north of us, because people all along the way are reaping the benefits of it.
And we do.
So we're going to show you an interview we did. This is, you know, I looked at Brackett one day and I said, grab a camera and let's go. And he said, what? And I think you gave him about a 2-minute instruction.
Yes, we did.
And he just kind of went with the flow. So he has been out, and we have been doing, we did Billy Joe Royal, Gene Watson, which is one of Freddie's favorite. We got to meet some of the nicest people. Percy Sledge, one of my very favorite interviews. We left here and actually went to Anderson, South Carolina with a camera and did the radio interview with Radio and Coach Jones. Because Freddie learned to do the camera. And I knew that bringing this back to y'all would mean something to you, and it gives us, you know, it was a great opportunity to meet radio. I've watched that movie 100 times, and it always makes you feel good. It always makes you want to do for others too.
It does.
And I think that's something we have learned being out in your community. We'll be up in your community tomorrow. We'll be back to Ducktown again. You know, Ducktown's kind of like tiny little town without a whole lot going on, but it has this spirit about it.
It does.
It has this spirit about it, and the ETC office up there is right when you turn to go to the Hoist House.
Right, on the right.
And if you have any questions about our local service, we've got some deals going on. A new campaign happening where if you get a new package, you get the wanted.
Oh, yeah, the fastest internet in town.
That's
so we're
right.
about our new, the fastest one in town. We are. That's a new campaign that we've started, and we are the fastest internet. I mean, we offer speeds of up to 50 meg, and nobody can touch that.
That's right. That's right. And that's what all you have to do is walk in the office in Ducktown, Ball Ground, Jasper, LJ, and they will give you any information. Blue Ridge, they'll give you any information you need on these new packages we're offering. So right now we're going to go to a man that I absolutely love to hear sing, Billy Joe Royal. And I'm going to ask a trivia question, and I bet Danny won't know this because he's not old enough. If you know a question, the answer to the question, Billy Joe Royal did a song about a girl, and she lived somewhere. She lived somewhere, and it wasn't on the right side of the tracks. If you can call us at 866-939-2329, you will win a DVD featuring local talent. It has the Barker Brothers, Angel Spirit, Miss Leah Sinyard, and the Diplomats. So there you go. And Archie Watkins from the famous Inspirations. There you are. Call us at 866-939-2329. If you can tell me the name of the song that Billy Joe Royal made famous, and it's about a girl from not quite the right side of the tracks. Here we go to Billy Joe Royal.
Thank you for coming in. And by the way, the record came out in '65, which made you 5 years old. Anyway, it's nice to be back here in Hiawassee. It's been a long time since I've been here. I was getting to think you didn't love me anymore. Yeah. Now you say, I've been beating putty out the windowsill for 4 years, and now you decided to bring me back. Anyway, here's a song that changed my life. nice round of applause for the Mountain, they told me, the Georgia Mountain Fair Band. Everybody. And I completely got lost doing the song. The first thing that goes is your memory. I was dancing with this lady the other night in the bar, and I said, do I come here often? Anyway, this next song, I think a nice blue light with nice. This is soft blue. Perfect. That's just kidding. But it's a one for the money. I wish I could sing this song. Every one time.
We're back. I love the Billy Joe Royal concert. That was a lot of fun. Now, the last time I saw him was at Lake Spivey in the 60s. Somebody was teaching me to drive a 3-speed Mustang in the floor, and I will never forget that because he was very impatient. It wasn't that I was stupid. He was very impatient, and he kept saying, "You're not doing the clutch right." And I'm like, shut up, you know. But Billy Joe Royal has been around all my life, and Danny did know the song. Did we have a winner on that song, Hannah? Okay. If you didn't get to hear the song, but he does a song that is about a girl from down on the wrong side of the tracks. If you know that song, call us at 866-939-2329. It's funny, but watching the playback of that concert, a lot of those songs I forgot he did. And then we got there to interview him, and I said, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Now, we have another birthday we want to get in. Miss Carla Sparks, happy birthday from Joey and Joy. And I made it through the tongue twister. There you go. Joey and Joy, there you are. This weekend, there will be a lot going on. There will be some local talent in your area. Last week, we had the Chuck Wagon Gang here in LJ.
We did.
You know, the Chuck Wagon Gang, the Primitive Quartet, they've always come to our town, and thank you for that. The Heart Fund has brought in some great local talent. Much of that local talent went on to become national talent,
they did.
like Barry Scott's group, and then international talent like Barry Abernathy's group.
Yes.
So, you know, local talent started right here on television. You have seen many of these people. You've seen Floyd Scott and his family here. They started out, Floyd was one of the first people to be at the Heart Fund.
Yes, he was.
How many years do you remember the Heart Fund going on?
Oh, all my life, basically.
Did your parents drag you to it? Do you remember?
No, not really. I didn't ever go to it, but we knew about it. So.
Now, ETC has been using that as a promotion to, number one, the longest running
It
event.
is the longest running. It's actually the longest running heart. What is it? Their event. That's the longest running one in the state of Georgia, I do believe, is what they said. And Russell, we did get behind it, and we work at it every year. And that's one of our biggest viewed things that we do. And the last time that we done it, last month, was it?
Okay, and we do have a winner. Carol Arrowwood knew that Billy Joe Royal did a song, If You Didn't Tap Your Foot to This, Then You Didn't Grow Up in the 60s, Down in the Boondocks. Down in the Boondocks. What a great, great song. Now, we're going to go now. We've been talking about Hans. Hans is such a dear, dear friend. Love him, love him, love him. I've known him since he was 4 years old. We're going to go to a blooper. That's one thing about Heart of the Home was not live, so we could correct any goof-ups I did. This is one that brought the house down. I think you were there that day. In the background, you and Charlene were back there talking.
Oh, yes,
and,
we
and
were.
you may have missed this, but
No,
this is a day that I really looked rather stupid. And we're going to show this. We're going to share this with you. This is the great thing about editing. Fred edited this out, so in the program that aired, you didn't get to see this, but many people have now seen it. We've had it on the internet. It's a blooper. And when live television goes crazy, we just go with the flow and we do it. Now, you've now made it through an hour on the air live.
30 more minutes to go.
Now, we asked, was there ever a bet that you would sit in this seat? Did you ever find yourself thinking you might sit in this seat?
Never.
Never.
Even Adam came out here. He was at home. He wanted to make sure he wasn't seeing things on TV. So
That's right. But it has been easy to do.
it is.
It is easy to do. We just have to keep, you know, it's got to be positive, it's got to be fun, and you can't be stressed out. And I said, that's one of the things when guests come in and they go, I'm so nervous. And I'm like, just chill. Just come and have a good time. And I tell everybody, it's kind of like you're just visiting in my living room.
Right. You don't see the cameras, really.
No,
So,
no, it's not like it's a big and you're just going like this. And I do tell everybody, don't stare into the cameras because then you really look scared, you know. So you just have to relax and have a good time. And we do have a good time here every single day, Monday through Friday. We will continue that starting next week. No panicking on me, guys. Okay, another birthday. Carol Fain called in by Shirley Durham. Hey, Shirley, how are you doing up there in Cherry Log? We're going to take a break now. We're going to go to a blooper. This is me calling my friend Hans something he could never, never be. The blackberry.
Well, good.
It is one of those things. I'm a blackberry kind of girl. You're a blueberry kind of girl. We both love chicken
I'm a blueberry
salad.
kind of girl.
Start over.
I was gonna roll with that. I thought it was pretty good.
Holy cow! Did
I was gonna keep rolling with it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought that was great.
Okay, let's do that again. I tell you where my mind's at today. It's in the gutter. Okay.
You know.
Oh, gosh. Welcome back to Heart of the Home. Editing.
All right.
That is out a blooper, and we did have some bloopers. Now we're gonna go to the Barker Brothers did the Heart of the Home theme song. They had never been to Harris Farm, which is where I lived at the time. They had never seen the farm. They knew nothing about exactly where we were doing the shoots. They just didn't know. They just knew that it was in a country kitchen. And so it took them about 2 weeks, and Angie Barker started doing the words, and then the boys came in and did the music, and they prepared it, and they didn't even have to tweak it much. I mean, they literally called me and said, we have something ready we want you to hear. So I went downstairs in their basement where they practice, and they did it, and I just sat there, and immediately I said, that is it. That is dead on perfect. Now, so many people have heard, and you hear this familiar music. The music that we open with on North Georgia Now today is called canned music, basically,
Right,
isn't
yes,
it?
yes.
Okay. We didn't get anybody to do an original. It was important to me for Heart of the Home to have its own theme song. So the Barker Brothers, local Copper Hill, Tennessee talent, did this song. We're going to go now to the opening. Now, this was done down at the farm with Steve Tompkins, who teaches we had the Copper Basin television
Yes, we did.
on the
Right.
air, and Steve was the teacher for this. He
Yes.
also came down and shot the DVD, and they did an amazing job. So I want you to sit back now and enjoy from Copper Hill, Tennessee, the Barker Brothers.
The rockers on the front porch singing old familiar song. The tractors in the barn and the pastor's freshly mown. Looking through the screen door, the aroma draws you in to the heart of the home where old memories begin. The heart of the home is calling you in. Cherie's in the kitchen, cooking with her friends, sharing recipes together, stories and songs, making new memories, the heart of the home. The heart of the home keeps calling you in. Cherie's in the kitchen, cooking with her friends, sharing recipes together, stories and songs, making new memories, the heart of the home. Making new memories, the heart of the home.
Okay, was that not cool?
That was cool.
That was cool. Now, Steve Tompkins from up in the basin, he teaches your students at Copper Basin High School. He was responsible for that DVD. The Barker family, Angela wrote the music, wrote the words, and then the boys came in with the music, and Scott stood there and looked pretty. So there you go. And we want to say good day to Wesley. These kids are excelling in everything they do. Wesley has just gotten a scholarship, and he is going to go to Ireland to study this summer. He is an amazing talent, and he started right here in the basin. First time he was ever on television was here on ETC. Now we've got another birthday, 21. You know what 21 means? Oh, they know it all at 21,
right.
don't they,
They
Danny?
think they
Oh,
do.
that's scary. Megan Patterson called in my mom and Ed. Happy birthday. 21 years old on April the 1st. There you go. We're going to go to some more local talent. I'm not sure what we got queued up. We have a couple of things in there. We've got the Joy Masters. I don't know what else Joy Masters. Okay. These guys, in music, I learned quickly who's the real deal and who's the show.
Right.
And the Joy Masters are the real deal. The Joy Masters are the real deal. I think Glory Bound is another one of those groups. They're the real deal. It is all about sharing the gospel through
is,
music.
yes.
And I think that is very, very important. You quickly can tell when somebody
can.
comes in here if they're about the show
Right.
or if they're about the message.
Exactly. You can.
And we want to share some of the Joy Masters. This was their 40th anniversary. I have been to this church. I sat there and my eye makeup was like all over my shirt, all over my arm. I was crying my eyes out. They did a song that touched my life so much, I changed the title to the book I'm writing to, I've Just Started Living. When you hear the Joy Masters and you feel the spirit in the room from these gentlemen, one of them's wife is battling cancer. One of them lost a mom or dad during this time. I mean, there's so many things. They are really just good guys, and they show up every weekend to inspire you through the words of their music. It is not all about a show, and that's what I really, really love about them. If you're at one of their meetings and you don't feel something, then you need to call Roper Funeral Home. Something's wrong with you. So, but we want to go now to the Joy Masters. This is down at the Church of God, Sunnyside Church of God in Hickory Flat, and beautiful, beautiful facility. This is a great night as the Joy Masters celebrate their 40th anniversary.
Free, free from the swirl of sin. Washed in the blood of Jesus, I've been born again. Hallelujah, I'm saved, saved, saved by His wonderful grace. I'm so glad that I found out He would bring me out and show me the way. Like a bird.
I heard it said one time that you can't take it with you. But I found out there is a way that you can. You see, we all have blessings of life, experience, and all the things that comes with learning how to live. and how to serve the Lord. And if we don't share all of those blessings and those lessons that we've learned and the experience of life, then when we die, we'll take that with us. Thank you for sharing, for leaving us something that we can enjoy even today, beyond anything imaginable 40 years ago. You didn't start out thinking we're going to be here for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. But to think that the group has lasted 40 years means that you have shared the gospel of Jesus Christ. And these that are coming next are the heritage of the Joy Masters. And it's a wonderful thing tonight. And now let's enjoy a group I've come to love for many years, and a group of men that I look up to, because you stand. You know what they do? You might just say it this way. Adrian Rogers was quoted as saying this one time: it's not how high you jump on Sunday, it's how you walk on Monday. They walk the walk. The Joy Masters.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart, then I shall bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. How great
say, if you get on Joymaster's website, you will find you can catch them in Cedartown over in Alabama. Locally, they're in Canton. Some of these guys are local, some of them aren't. Jerry Forrester is the founding father of the Joymasters. He is a local guy. Eric McVeigh that you just saw, he's about as local as,
He is,
yes,
yes.
he's an LJ boy. You know, this is about local talent today. We have given many, many local talents the opportunity to be on television. Now next week, I think it's next week, Bailey Mundy will be with us. She is a little girl that was taking music and piano lessons up in the Basin, and I happened to know her teacher, and she brought her to the studio one day, and she did a couple of songs for us, and she did a really good job. And then she said, can I come back? And I said, yeah, if you'll learn 2 Loretta Lynn songs. Well, she did. She did. So she'll be back with us. She was actually up at Hiawassee at the concert when Loretta Lynn was there. Many of our friends were there. Vicki Thompson was there. Jesse was there. We had a great, great night of, we were really almost feasting on being that close to Loretta Lynn because it is her 50th year in music, and the idea that Hilda brought her locally, so we could locally sit 10 feet from Loretta Lynn, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And from that, there was a talent contest up at Hiawassee, and we got to see some really, really other good local talent from Hall County, from down in Flovilla, Georgia, which is near Macon.
Okay.
You know, I mean, there was talent there because it brings the opportunity to anybody who can sing. Now, I can tell you, there were some there that could sing a whole lot better than some of the others.
Some don't need to be there.
There were some of them that drove a long way, and I'm going, what were you thinking? And there were some there I was blown away by, and it's local talent. That's what we do here at ETC. We showcase that local talent.
Yes.
Pardon me? Okay. When is it? I don't. We'll find out. If y'all call and give me some information on Debbie Richards' benefit, please. If you'll call back and give Hannah the information, then we'll be glad to talk about that, okay? And we talked a little bit about the MS benefit. There will be a barbecue up in the Basin in the near future. They're going to bring us some little ducks that we're going to be able to give away. Adam Davenport's going to be with us that day. We are all about this community. We're about what's going on with you. If you're having the Taste of LJ, or the Taste of Blue Ridge is going to happen,
Yes.
and raise money for the Humane Society. We'll be talking about that. Are they going to have the Taste of LJ again? Have you heard?
I have not heard. Surely they will.
If you are, then get in touch with us. They're going to have it in May. So it's another way that we showcase this area. Have you been to any of the Taste of Pickens, Taste of?
I have not.
The food is so
have not.
good.
That's
now,
why
let me tell you something. He works out. You know, I'm sitting here next to Mr. Workout King, and for all you at Gold's Gym, dadgum your hide. Y'all are looking so good. You know,
Every day.
They're gonna have a benefit over at Gold's Gym this weekend. I think it's April the 2nd, and
Yes.
it is a Relay for Life cancer benefit. There are so many of you out in our community that you're giving back. You're giving back, and we are sharing your information. Now, we've got some information on the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. This is going to be April the 9th. So it's next Saturday at Panorama Farm Market, 3 miles south of LJ, and that is, you can see that
You
from
can
the
from the-
515.
yes, you can.
You know when apples are in season when you see the traffic turning in
Right.
there. So go buy $10 for music and a great time. Come hungry because we'll be offering hot dogs, chips, fried pies, and drinks. Donations, please. And music by Scott, Cruz, and Tammy.
I have no idea.
Danny? What is that
I don't
word?
know.
And stepping out. So there you go. And here is another. Okay, dear friends and family, hope you're doing well. Letter finds you healthy and happy. Thought you would from the Stembridge household, my mom and I have teamed up with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to train for an endurance hike through the Grand Canyon in May. We'll be training for 4 months with increasingly harder hikes to build up our stamina. You can do this.
Wow, I'm not sure about that.
You can do this. Now, what is that thing you do that you exercise? Spinning?
Oh, spin class, yes.
Okay, all right. You made it through that. You can do this. This particular cause really hits home for us because Mom has been battling non-Hodgkin's lymphoma for 6 years now and is doing very well with regularly scheduled treatments. It was tough in the beginning, but with great doctors, family support, she is able to lead a normal life. We signed up for this because the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is an organization that we want to give back to. It supports blood disorder research and provides patient services to families battling these diseases. We believe if it hadn't been for the research conducted in this field, Mom would not be alive today. We have committed to a fundraising goal of $4,000 each, and we need your help and encouragement. All donations are 100% tax deductible, and your support will go towards a great cause. You can use the enclosed form and envelope and go to www.teamintraining.org. And that's from Sarah and Carol. And this event, again, will be held on April the 9th, 2011, 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. So that's a nighttime event at Panorama Farm Market. Easy to find right off 515. Now, there are so many things easy to find off 515. The Apple Festival will be happening here.
Yes, it will.
Before long. What else is Gilmer County doing to showcase and highlight this area?
Oh, well, the Apple Festival, they have, I went blank.
FFA has
The
some
FFA
cattle
does some
shows
things,
out
yes,
at
they
the
do.
facility. Okay.
They do that quite often. They had one recently, I think.
Let me tell you what
right.
I'm going to challenge y'all to do, because we did it yesterday. There was a traffic glitch right uptown. So Brackett went the back way. We were going up to the Yellow Jacket,
Right.
and he came through. I saw something I'd never seen, Danny Hensley.
What is that?
The back side of the courthouse and those little tiny streets and little tiny, get out and just ride around your community. We went the back way, and I saw streets in Gilmer County I've never been on. You can stay within an hour of your home and learn. Now, tell me about the mountain, is it Conestoga?
Lake Conestoga?
Never been there.
Wow, that's
Never
an
been
awesome
there.
place, yes.
Yeah.
We go up
There
there.
are so many things locally that we want to share with you, and we want you to get out and do. So get out. And my challenge to you is, we have a GPS, so we're kind of cheating on this. If we get lost, we can get found. So, you know, we can always find our way out. But sometimes we take the side roads, and
Right.
it's the most interesting trip.
The GPS works at Lake Conestoga?
Well, we haven't gotten there
Okay.
yet, but that's going to be
Started
our
to say,
next trip.
Cell phones don't.
No, they don't?
No.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Okay, and I bet there's no indoor plumbing?
No, there is. No, there's none. There's a restroom up there, but that's it.
That's it.
That's
That's it. Okay. I don't know if I want to do this trip or not, but
No.
Brackett wants to, so we'll see. Okay. Happy anniversary to Carla and Michael Baldwin, 17 years. And it is time we do something that we always do on Fridays. We put Danny in the hot seat today, and
So I
he
get
has
to
taken
pick.
Angela's place while she's at home, sick. And we're going to let Danny draw for the birthday cake. Okay. All right.
Monty Helton.
Monty Helton, who is celebrating her 97th birthday
Wow.
from son Jimmy. Happy birthday. And I'm not sure where the cake comes from today, but so many of you, from Food Line to Walmart to bakeries in our area, I think Debs is going to come back on board. You have been a big part of why we can give away a birthday cake. Did you believe this hour and a half flew by so fast?
No, but I'm glad it did.
Thank you for today. It was fun. He was a little bit nervous, and I wasn't nervous at all. I knew he could do this. He's the boss after all. We will be joining you on Monday, 9 o'clock. So don't y'all panic at 8:30 when we're not on the air. Put some good gospel music
will.
on so
We'll
these
put
people
something
can get
on.
ready.
That's right.
Okay. Don't forget, we will be here, as always, 9 to 10 Monday. Rich Scott is coming on behind us. Don't you touch that dial. We'll be back, and you be here too, only on ETC3. From North Georgia Now Today, I'm Cherie.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Danny. And we're leaving you. We'll see you again.
Neither one of us was old enough to drive a car. Sometimes it was raining, sometimes it would shine. We wore out that gravel road between your house and mine. I'd start walking your way, you'd start walking mine.